You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Got a special guest in the building.
This dude has actually probably been one of the most requested guests for about 2 years here on The Breakfast Club.
G Herbo.
Yo,
morning, sir.
And
what's
congratulations
good, bro?
on your win, man.
Oh, man, thank you so much. I really appreciate
What
it,
you
man.
got on a White Sox hat?
I ain't gonna lie, y'all on the White Sox hat because it wasn't early enough to go get a Cubs hat. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't go get a Cubs hat, man. That's what I'm telling you, like, literally. Oh, no, when we was just connected the other day, he just, like, bro, you know we on the same page with everything. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just bet himself yesterday. I don't know why he want to jump in this shit. Like, I told him stay in his lane. Like, I told Self stay in his lane. He wanted to bet on the Indians in the bottom of the eighth. I don't know what's wrong with him. Like,
did he FaceTime
why
you and
would
say
you
that?
jump in? No, I was here.
Okay, got you.
Like, why would you jump in my business, bro? Like, don't do that. I reversed the curse. Like, I don't know if y'all know. I was at game 4, and that was my first ever baseball game in life. So I feel like I reversed that GOAT curse. That was me.
I definitely thought Cleveland was going to win.
But I thought in Chicago you got to pick sides. Like, you got to either be a White Sox or a Cubs fan.
Nah, I'm officially like I'm a diehard White Sox fan. Mm-hmm. But I still got to support the Cubs because it's Chicago, and I never been to a baseball game in my life. Like, my first baseball game was a Cubs game, and it was the World Series. Yeah, it was exciting. I had a good time, so I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta rock with the Cubs. Like, from that point on, I'm gonna be a Cubs fan and a White Sox fan. I ain't even gonna choose.
Now, what part of Chicago you from? What side?
I'm from the east side of Chicago, 79th Street.
Now, you didn't know Herb was a bad term in New York.
Nah,
that meant sucker.
I just learned that when I just got out here. I just learned that.
That was the
bro.
early '90s. Don't even worry about that. Don't
Right.
nothing.
I was born in '95,
Exactly.
so I don't even know. Like,
how did that even become a bad term?
I don't know. But when he was a Herb, he was a sucker. That's why when I first heard Little Herb, I'm like, why would he call himself that? But his name is
because
Herbert.
he was born in *95. He's not old like us.
right? Like, I ain't know.
Right?
I don't even know if my dad. When I go home, I'm gonna ask my dad, like, did you used to play with your name? Like, I'm gonna ask him because that's his name too, you know. So I don't know.
Oh, okay, he's a junior.
I'm the third. My grandfather named Herbert too.
Your pops from Chicago too?
Yeah,
right?
my pops from Chicago too.
He probably killed people, so they ain't play with his
Nah,
name.
I don't know. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Pops wasn't never nothing to play with anyway, so I don't know. I ain't never heard it. He would have told me. Like, I ain't never heard that till I came out here, bro. That's crazy.
Now, why is Chicago so violent, man? Because y'all just had like the worst weekend of the year, but it's already been 600 murders this year. Like, why is it so violent?
It's misguidance, you know, like everybody all over the place. Like, literally, even the street dudes. It was once upon a time where street dudes had morals and certain principles and think and move a certain way. Like, they don't have that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shorties don't have guidance or they don't have morals in life. Like, when I was growing up, we had community centers to go to, you know what I'm saying, youth centers, AAU programs. We had something to occupy our time. The kids don't have that no more, and they just all over the place like cowboys. And everybody know if you're a real street dude, that's not the way to be. Like, every street dude think and use their head in order to maneuver and survive the streets. You have to be a thinker. Nobody in Chicago using their brain right now, so that's why it's so crazy.
Now, the artists get along? Like, do you all get along? Whether I know you grew up with Bibby, but Sosa or Durr, y'all all get along?
Yeah, like, it never been no bad blood between any of us in the city. Like, me and Bibby, like you said, we grew up together, like, all our life. Like, that's my brother, you feel me? But even with Sosa, Dirk, like, we still got mutual people. We not from the same area, but we got mutual people we care about. Like, we keep it cordial. Even when I see him, that's my brother. We work together, all type, like, you know. Like, even with Keith, you know, with Sosa, like, he ain't been to the crib in years, but it ain't no bad blood. Like, if he came home and capitalized off being in the city, everybody gonna show him love.
Now, you can go back to the city. You can perform in the city, because I know sometimes they don't want those artists back in the city because
like
of the violence.
Keith can't perform.
Yeah, like Keith, I heard Dirk even.
They blackballer, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you get to a certain point, it's just a dark cloud that follow you in Chicago, you know, like, when they label you, it's hard to get that label off, and I'm just blessed that I never let anybody label me like, nah, that's her, and he that, you know what I'm saying, keep him away. It was never that with me, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really speak on nobody else's situation. I don't know why it's like that. I'm just blessed. It never happened to me. Like, I can still perform at the crib, or I don't have a certain label where they're like, nah, just keep him away from you. You feel me? Like,
but did you move out the crib? Did you move away from Chicago? Or
I moved away from where it's going down at, you know, like the inner city, you feel me? But I'm still in Chicago.
Everybody says you got to leave Chicago in order to be successful if you're from Chicago.
I agree. You it's not even. I don't even say you have to leave because I still want to be in my city and I want to capitalize off of it. I want to own my city, like go and do stuff for my community. You know what I'm saying? For the youth, non for profit, work with certain land. You know what I'm saying? Merge with landscaping companies to, you know what I'm saying, buy and own my neighborhood to create other opportunities. But I still feel like what you were saying is right because you just have to learn and move a certain way. Even if you're a street dude, you can't have the same street mentality. You can't spend the same amount of time you spent in the streets if you're trying to do something else with your life. Like, everybody gotta understand that. Everybody understand that. Like, I heard Gotti saying it, like, Gotti a street dude. Gotti came from the streets, but he understand it. Everybody understand it. Like, every street dude know you have to take that extra step or that small sacrifice if you want to excel in life, and there's nothing wrong with that.
It's important. I like what you said about how the kids aren't thinking, because I'm like, well, what do they want then? Because back in the day when stuff used to go down in our generation, it was for money.
Right.
Like, literally, it was always about some bread.
But I understand what you're saying about there not being enough things for people to do, like as far as activities and places to go and anything to keep you off the street.
Right.
So what do the kids want on the street? If they ain't getting money, why they just killing each other,
They want a name. They morals are all, it's backwards, bro. Like, no, you absolutely right. It was for money, you know what I'm saying? Even when I'm only 21, bro. When I was in the streets, it was about territory, money, and progressing, and you know what I'm saying? Doing stuff for your family, still having morals at the end of the day. You know, like, with the kids, they don't even know how to hustle. They don't know how to do nothing, you know what I'm saying? They don't even, I feel like in order to make a difference in the city, you have to really, for the kids, from you know what I'm saying, the youth perspective, they need somebody that they feel like genuinely care about them, you know what I'm saying, for stuff that provides stuff for them to do. Like, literally, we were still the roughest kids in the neighborhood, the toughest, roughest kids in the neighborhood. You can't even play with. You say the wrong thing that one of us might knock you out, but we still go to summer camp with our youth center, and we still go to Six Flags whenever we had the chance growing up. Kids don't have that no more, you know, and a lot of times they don't even want to choose the path that they going down. They being followers, you know, like when I went down that path, that was the path I wanted for myself. I understood everything that came with that path. Like, you have to really drill that in the kid's head and make sure they understand, do you know what come with the streets? Like, every street dude know what come with the streets and they accept it. You know what I'm saying? Even if you know you risking your life every day you leave out the house, you got to understand that. And when you come back out the house, you got to look forward to leaving out again and risking your life again if that's what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids don't really understand that. They don't. It's only two things that come with the streets. Jail or death. And you got to understand that I was ready for jail or death at any moment, even being a shorty.
When did you say, okay, let me get out of the street and really focus on my career in music?
I would say for like the past year and a half, 2 years, I just been super focused, and nobody drilled it in my head. I had to make that decision on my own.
Your gun still won't.
Yeah, like.
You said even when you had the song, when you said you had the song with Nicki, you was still outside in the street.
When I had the song with Nicki, I was still outside on the block every day, you feel me? Like, it wasn't even, I didn't really realize the step that I needed to take. It was me, you know what I'm saying? I had to take that extra step. I didn't realize that you can't be 50-50. You can't be 80-20. You have to be 100%.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had to understand, I had to go through certain loopholes in life and really, you know what I'm saying, learning curves. So that's really what made me take the extra step to say, no, I can't do this, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like everything that I have destined and planned for myself, if I don't capitalize off everything that is in front of my face for me to capitalize off of, I feel like I'm a failure.
Now she talked about the song with Nicki. Now, when they reached out to you, you guys actually hung up on them a couple of times.
Literally, like, I promise, I ain't even know. Like, it was Safari calling, you feel me? And my manager at the time,
I don't blame you for hanging up on
it was
Safari.
like,
Shut up, man.
it was like 3 a.m. We was in the studio. And I don't know like what the exact words was, but basically
he was
like
speaking in patois?
Nicki trying to, what you say, bro?
He was speaking in patois?
Man, I don't know what he was speaking in.
Like, what I go on, Herbo?
I don't know. Like, he probably was. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, but literally, we like, man, hell no, this ain't Nicki. Calling us at 3 a.m. We in the studio, telling they trying to get up with me. You feel me? Like, hell no. My manager hung up at the time. Like, get the fuck out of here. You feel me? Then it just came back around probably 2 days later, 3 days later, like, what you doing, shorty? Like, you literally, like, you the president, you that hard to get up with, and we realized it was her.
She could have
Say for
DM'd you or
instance,
something.
it was a month. Say for instance, it was a Monday. She had me in L.A. like that Thursday or Friday. Like seriously, she wasn't even playing around. Like we ain't finna play with you. Like she probably looking like, man, this little boy gonna get lost in the sauce somewhere. She had me come right out, and I just did it right on the spot. You know, we was chopping it up. Like I love Nicki. I could never think of, you know what I'm saying, enough for it. But when it happened, we like, hell no. It was like literally 3 a.m. when they called. We like, hell no. I mean, this ain't no Nicki. He hung, like my manager hung up, but he ain't even tell me until he knew it was really them. Like I ain't even know he hung up on them that time.
Nicki throws a lot of alley-oops she don't get credit for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I get credit whenever credit due. Like for cosigns, anything. Like I try to be as humble as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't no egos in music.
Are you surprised how well your music is received, especially because you don't get much radio play? But
Yeah.
You go to Jersey, sells out. You go to New York, sells out. A lot of these towns sell out, and it's strictly internet, strictly SoundCloud.
Yeah. It's just all organic. Yeah, I still be surprised. You know what I'm saying? I just look at it as a blessing for me to have a real core, diehard fan base that I built naturally. I built organically. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's crazy, and I still, bro. I don't even like. I was walking through Times Square at 3, 4 in the morning last night. Like by myself, no security, nobody with me, you feel me? Like taking pictures and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be just chilling, you know. I look at it as a blessing. That's gonna make, I feel like me doing that, taking that extra step, running at the airport when I'm 6 minutes late, I'm 6 minutes away from the gate closed, and I still stop to take that extra selfie with the fans. I feel like that little thing right there is gonna make sure I sell out every time.
As your rate gone up. That's when you know you're popping.
Oh yeah, for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you. Know what I'm saying? The rate is ginormous right now. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie. Like honestly, Charlamagne, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like rate been like that since I was like 13.
Talk to him.
You light skin with a dimple. That's why.
Like for real. Like
you got dimples, of course. Now you're using condoms because they say a lot of kids your age not using condoms.
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna lie.
The millennials,
I gotta use condoms.
You have
Everybody
condoms in your wallet?
drill it in my head. Honestly, I don't keep condoms in my wallet, but I will make that extra step to go and
extra
get
stop.
them right then at the, you know what I'm saying?
That's
at
what
the
you was
spot.
doing walking in Times Square late last night. You go to the
Nah, I mean, I don't carry condoms on me because I be it don't last. Literally,
That's what
like
MB was saying, they
it's
melt.
you gonna get rid of it. If like I don't think nobody literally like, damn, do I got a condom on me? Like if you going, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna go get it. Like
Are you
seriously.
gonna go to the store? She might change her mind.
I'm gonna go to the store, and sometimes I ain't gonna. It depend on if I with you or not. Like if I want you to know what's going on, I'll tell you to go get some condoms.
What? She got to get up and go get the condoms?
On her way before she come to me.
On her way, okay.
But she know what it is
So
already.
you know what's going on.
Yeah,
I just throw that little shot, and I know sometimes I probably be tripping, but I'm like, oh.
And what if she says, what kind do you like?
That's like a disrespectful
What kind of condoms do
comment.
you
Magnums.
Magnums.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I ain't gonna lie. I haven't put anything on my body besides a Magnum since I was like a freshman in high school. Like, that's
Early
a
growth spurt.
disrespectful comment.
I just want to, no, I'm going to be honest with you. So there's some guys that use Magnums, and every girl can relate to this that don't need them. Like, we call them Sagnums.
Nah, I understand that too. Like, I know
Because
probably.
everybody want to use
Pause.
the Magnum.
I know a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, give
probably
me the
do that.
Magnums.
Yeah, they just, I don't know, like, what they gonna put a rubber band on it or something? I don't know what the
Mad baggy.
Now you and Bibby used to be a group, right?
Not even a group, an official
best
group.
friend.
That was just like my real homie. Like,
Right.
aside from being blood or family, that was one of the first houses I ever spent the night out. You know what I'm saying? Like, outside of blood, you feel me? That's just
So
my
mama,
big
mama
brother.
really trusted their family.
Yeah. Like, his mom came to my mom's house, and, you know what I'm saying, they connected, and my mom was like, all right, you just go, you feel me? Like, 'cause my mom was strict. But I ain't gonna lie, like, Bibby and his brothers, they are the opposite of how they appear. Like, them some of the craziest I ever met in my life. Like, literally, like, some of the the craziest,
Like on some street?
the craziest group of brothers I ever met in my life on some streets, and they got curly hair and blue eyes. Like, literally, you feel me? Like, my mama ain't know who house she was letting me spend the night at the moment, you feel me? Like, but them was my brothers. Like, Bibby put me in the studio my first time. He made sure, he put me in the studio, and I laid my first track on a microphone, you know what I'm saying? I used to record 60-second videos on a flip phone. just my first beat I ever recorded was Cassidy Aim for the Head instrumental. So like I was just doing 60-second tracks on the phone. That's the longest you could record on a flip phone. Writing my lyrics on a Microsoft, you know what I'm saying, keyboard, whatever the case may be. But he put me in the studio, you know what I'm saying, my first time. Put me on 4 songs that day, you know, like that was Big Bro that did that.
Somebody told me Bibby quit rap to go to college.
He going to college. He ain't quit rap. If he can't quit rap, I ain't gonna let him. I'll be so mad at him. He can't quit rap. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
He said he really going.
I won't let him quit
That's
rap, but he gonna go to college in the meantime. He really like excited to go to college.
That's interesting because you just said he's a savage on the low,
big
but
bro,
he going to college.
It's bro, it's all about evolving. You know what I'm saying? Like evolution. Like literally, Bibby one of the craziest niggas I ever met in my life.
Yeah.
Literally. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just about evolving. Even if you are that, you don't want nobody to know that. You don't want to come off as that. It's just situations that make you that. You know what I'm saying? Every street dude, it was never cool to be that. It was never cool for Al Capone to be Al Capone. He was just Al Capone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just him. You feel me? And vice versa with all of us. You know, we just had different life-changing and life-threatening situations that made us what we are, you know, like literally, like that's him. A lot of people can't tell because Bibby rarely talk, but all it take is this. Like if Bibby, you make him mad and he want to fight, it's nothing you could do, nothing you could say to him to calm him down. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, you feel me? And the same with me, and the same with a bunch of us, but we just come off as a different way because we don't want to bring that side out of us because we gonna go all the way. We gonna go 1,000 when that side come out, you know. So. Like literally, like him and his brothers, and the youngest brother is the slowest.
You saw them do something that made you never forget it. What did they do that you saw? You saw something. Like
It's just, it ain't even about like, you know what I'm saying? Because don't nothing surprise me. I done seen do a lot of crazy, silly. I'm like, man, get up out of here. It's just about the way you think and the stuff you do. Like literally, I didn't really seen them black out. I didn't seen Bibby knock this out instantly just for. Knock him out. They talking to one of the other guys, and Bibby don't even know what the conversation about. He walk up, knock him out. Like, you feel me? I done seen his little brother Sean just walk up, knock out. Like, literally, he don't got to know us if he feel like I'm threatened. If he feel like I'm threatened or somebody threatening me or I'm in danger at the moment and he across the street and he just see us doing this too much, he gonna walk up and punch him, literally, like, you know what I'm saying?
Are you ever like, hey, it wasn't even that big a deal?
Yeah, like a lot of time, like you would try to calm him down, but when his mind made up, you can't. He gonna try to get you on what he on. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? But he not.
No neck movements. When
it's not even like a bad thing. It's not like, oh, baby, crazy. Stay away from him. It's just don't mess with him because he gonna go there. Like literally, he gonna go there with the blue eyes. His eyes turn green and blue and gray by the season. Just don't play with him. Bro. Like literally.
Now, if kids know, not kids, when young men know the consequences of the street, why they glorify it in the music then?
Cause they don't understand. Like literally, I'm a really like break it down on like to another perspective. People glorify it through the music because they don't understand it, bro. Like literally, they haven't been through the situations where they lost 5 homies or 5 people that was close to them that they shook their hand and laughed with and smoked with and joked with every day, all within a 2-month radius. You know, like 4 people, 4 deaths close to you. You never hear nobody waiting outside your mother, your grandmother crib trying to kill you.
You and kill your mama and grandma.
And kill your mother and grandma if needed be. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. And I feel like a lot of people, they don't even know what they signed up for. Like I was saying earlier, you have to be willing to die or go to jail for 100 years if that's the lane that you're stepping in. You have to understand that whether you 15, 16, you got to think like a man. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't think like that. They want the glory of it. They just want to bitches off of it and say, oh yeah, I'm fresh every day. I got my gun on me. But that's not cool. Like every day I had to have my gun on me. I ain't want it. I ain't want to have it on me. You feel me? Like literally, you know what I'm saying? And you just got to understand what come with it. A lot of people don't understand that. That's why they glorify it. No street dude ever glorifies what they've done. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of bad shit that come with it. I cried a lot of nights being in the streets. Not only because of deaths, just me not like what's going on. My mother crying. If I see my mother cry, that's going to make me cry. Right. You feel me? Like that's what come with being in the streets. And a lot of people don't understand it. And I feel like if you got everything and everything in your life planned out, or all of any possible outcome that you could be in life, you could be anything in life, why choose the streets? A lot of people who are in the streets, that's all they got. They don't have nothing else to choose from but the streets. A lot of people have everything else to choose from and choose the streets, and those people that end up with the short end of the stick, they end up dead for no reason, in jail for the rest of their life, and not understanding. Those are people that snitch. When you in the streets, you gotta be willing to go do 20, 30, 40 years for your brother, even though you know he did wrong. You ain't had nothing to do with it. You gotta be willing to make that sacrifice in the streets. And if you're not willing to make that sacrifice, don't have nothing to do with it, because that's what come with it.
Did your
it's
parents,
not.
I was gonna say,
cut you off, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, did your parents think you would be successful as an artist?
Honestly, nah. I was never trying to be an artist or trying to be a rapper growing up. Like, literally, my mom and my aunts, they ain't know what to do with me. I was getting locked up.
Your pops around?
Yeah, my mom and dad been together. My mom was 16, my dad was 19. They been together ever since. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up in a 2-parent household. And even then, like, they ain't know how to control me, because I'm going to go out and make my decisions on my own. Like, I never got beat as a kid. My dad used to just talk to me and tell me right from wrong, and I would literally listen to him.
Never even gave you them hands? Like,
yeah, my dad put them on me a couple times, but he never had to, like, beat me. He'd just talk to me, you feel me? Like, I could literally name on one hand how many times he had to really physically put his hands on me.
He's gonna be mad at you.
Nah, I just be honest. You know, I talk to my dad. He know everything that I am right now is because of what I made myself, and I listen to him. You know what I'm saying? I listen to what he taught me. But the man that I am now is because I made myself that man. Nobody could take credit for anything that I am today.
Most of the lessons,
my mother, my father, nobody. I went out and made those decisions and learned life on my own.
That's a fact. Like, you made a conscious choice to say, nah, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Because they can tell you all day, but if you don't listen, it don't mean anything.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like, even when I wasn't trying to be around, I was just literally in the streets. That's what I cared about. I loved being in the streets. I loved my brothers. I loved everything that was going on in my life. When I was 14, 15, 16, I accepted it, you know? And there was nothing that my mother or father could tell me, because I knew, like, at any moment, like, the people that I was around were willing to die for me. You know what I'm saying? Bibby willing to die for me. I'm willing to die for Bibby. His brother's willing to die for me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that I'm around is willing to die for me, you know, and my mother don't understand that. Right. You know what I'm saying? She never had no close friends growing up that was willing to die for her. You feel me? So it's just different growing up, and we really became products of our environment. We used to play basketball every single day, literally every day. That's what we did. Play, eat, sleep, wake up, play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was never trying to be no street dudes. We ain't never say, oh, let's go buy some guns and put them on our waist. You know, we just became products of our environment. Other kids, they saying, oh, let's go buy some guns and put them on our waist. That's the difference between us and them. You feel me?
So it was basically for y'all more of a survival thing?
Yeah, a survival thing. Like, literally, you can't knock what's going on in Chicago. Like, literally, you never been a 15-year-old and a 24-year-old is trying to kill you. A 26-year-old is willing to kill you right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally. That's the harsh reality of what's going on in Chicago, and nobody could do anything about it besides us. We the only people that could come and uplift each other as a whole in the community.
How do we cut that down?
Really cutting it down is the small step, bro. Like, really us coming together and talking to the youth. If this not for you, if you never had to choose from one or two little options, like, I'm gonna just give y'all a scenario. Say, for instance, it's a 15 or a 10-year-old kid, 12. And all you have in life is your older brother who's 19. He only 5 years older than you. You know what I'm saying? You 12, he 19, and your mother is hooked on drugs. You don't even know your father. You probably seen your father twice in your whole life. Both of y'all got the same father and don't even know him. You know what I'm saying? And your mother, she don't know what's going on because she on drugs. You feel me? So, say for instance, your brother, he in a gang, he out of school, but he makes sure you straight. You eat every morning, every night, every afternoon. He makes sure you got school clothes, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And you a good kid. You got all A's and B's. All you know is your brother take care of you. And your brother is a street. Your brother a ruthless killer in the streets. But you know that's the only person in life that care about you. And say, for instance, your brother get murdered right in your face because there's no morals in the streets. If your brother is that and they see your brother when he walking home with you, they probably kill both of y'all. You get what I'm saying? Like, they might kill your brother in your face, and then now what you gonna do? If you jump out in the streets and adapt to your environment, how can they blame you How can somebody really blame you and they not doing anything to benefit the hood? You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, if you vote Hillary Clinton, you vote Trump, they not gonna come and say, come on, y'all, let's just uplift each other as a community. We gotta make that step. We gotta do that ourselves. And I understand that. I don't know if everybody else understand it, but I'm willing to make that extra step. I'm willing to talk to kids because I could look in their eyes and tell this life is not for you. You don't want to be this. You just doing this because you a follower. I wanted to do this with my life. I wanted to be in the streets every single day. You know what I'm saying? Just the same way I want to be in interviews every day and I want to be in the studio every day. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand what come with your lifestyle. You get what I'm saying?
You had an interesting perspective. What about the kid who does want to go to school?
Right.
And does have a plan to get out Chicago, but they might have to carry their gun just to make it for the next 5 years.
Absolutely. And that's you can't knock that. You can't knock that kid because he is adapting to his environment. You know what I'm saying? He might want to be an architect, a doctor, but he may have the wrong last name. The wrong last name. He may be related to the wrong person and he have to move like that. But as long as he know that his mindset is positive and he trying to come from under, he trying to rise above all of that, you can't knock that man. But he's going to still be labeled as that because he got that same last name. And if the police catch him with that gun on him, he is that. You the same as your cousins. You the same as your brothers, but you don't understand. I'm just trying to go to school every day. But I know if these dudes see me and they know that I'm his little brother, they going to kill me for no reason. For no reason.
That's an ill perspective because, I mean, police catch you and you got the gun, you going to jail.
You going to jail.
And you can't tell the police what.
You can't tell the police
There's nothing I can do.
You can't tell them like, I gotta have this gun on me when I leave out the house. If I leave out my house at 8 in the morning going to school and the wrong person see me, they gonna kill me in front of my mama house. My mother gonna have to come outside and see my brains blown out right there. Like, that's the harsh reality of being in Chicago, and you have to really understand it. We not animals, we not beasts, we not demons, we just products of our environment. Like, literally, that's the harsh reality of growing up in Chicago. I have morals. I want to get home to my mother every single night. So I'm willing to take another man's life for my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the harsh reality of growing up in Chicago. I don't even have the same mindset that I had when I was 17, 16, you know what I'm saying? But I know for a fact, if I'm caught at the wrong place at the wrong time, someone will kill me. And I have to move like that. I have to move every single day knowing somebody will kill me if they get the chance. Somebody I don't even know, somebody I never seen in my life will kill me if they get the chance.
So you have predators and then you just have people who playing defense.
Right. You have people who playing defense, and all my life I just grew up playing defense.
And then it doesn't help that people are so scared of Chicago because it has such a bad rap. So people are like, I'm not going there.
Right.
I'm not doing this. I'm out of here. I'm
definitely
even
one of those people, sir.
Yeah, Charlamagne's one of those people.
I mean, it's not even, it's cool that you think like that because it's so f***ed up in Chicago. Like, Envy was just saying the other day, like, man, I ain't gonna lie, like, I'll be going to some hole in the wall type shit. But when they call me in Chicago, I be like, do I want to go right there? like he just was telling me the other day, and I don't blame him, but I was telling him.
I turned 20 down in Chicago. That's how I knew I was scared of Chicago. I turned 20 down for this month.
It's like with dudes like me, you know, a street dude, you have more, like, it's not super crazy. You could go to Chicago and maneuver the right way, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with, bro, like, literally, I'm not even on no cocky shit. Like, we are the streets, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I am the streets. I am the typical real street with morals, you know what I'm saying? So if I never knew you from a can of paint, and I'm, oh, that's DJ Envy, that's Charlamagne, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's love, you feel me? It's other people who don't come from that. It's other people who don't come from that, like, oh, that's Envy, that's Charlamagne. That boy got on the Hugh blow. Let's try to take that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's silly like that, who never did anything, who never even robbed nobody that they was going to school with, and that was, you knew was talking about you. Right. But you want to try to pull it over here because you know you might be, you know what I'm saying, capable of doing that. It's those type of people who end up with the short end of the stick. You don't even know what's going on. I believe in good and bad karma, bro. Like, I was never a robber. I never robbed people. We hustled. You know what I'm saying? We earned our own money. We took care of our family on our own. I believe in good and bad karma. You get out of life what you put in. You know what I'm saying? So if I was a robber doing all this grimy, shiesty shit, it might not happen to me, but some grimy gonna happen to my cousin, my brother, maybe my little sister. That's just life. That's good and bad karma. You have to understand what comes with life. Nothing in life is a coincidence. Nothing in life I feel like is a coincidence. Everything is meant to happen.
Now are you voting? Because you mentioned voting.
Honestly, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm not voting. because I feel like I was saying, if we don't take that extra step to uplift everybody, you know what I'm saying, as a whole in the community, and really get the youth and the misguided on the same accord to really show the world that we could come as one and we not animals, it's nothing that Trump or Hillary could do for us, because Obama would have did it already. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only so much that they could do. They not in the midst of it. They don't understand where we come from. Obama is from Chicago. He don't understand me as a kid or as a street dude. He don't understand me. Hillary don't understand me. Don't understand any of us or nothing that's going on. So I feel like if people like me or any leaders in the community, any voice, don't take that extra step to uplift everybody, you know what I'm saying, and show the kids somebody actually care about you, it's something for you to do with your time. Because I know you want something else to do with your time. You just don't know how to articulate it or really say, I want something else to do with my time, because you following this guy and that guy. You know what I'm saying? Really just, if it's not stuff like that going on, it's nothing Hillary could do for us, nothing Trump could do for us. So that's why I feel like I'm not voting, because even if I vote, if everybody vote right now and Hillary Clinton win and all the Trump going on, Trump out the way, he out of the way. If we don't morally and if we don't think a certain way with certain morals and principles and values of life and self-respect as a whole, as a people, it's nothing nobody could do for us. A president, a senator, a governor,
you don't
judge.
even think on a local level, because like all those schools and stuff you talk about that aren't there no more, like the rec centers and stuff.
Right.
Those are the guys that fund those things. So,
Yeah.
so on a local level, you think it's important to vote?
On a local level, yeah, it's important to vote, but I'm talking about presidency. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like that's relevant. On a local level, yeah, it's definitely important to vote for politicians and certain judges. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely important. I believe in that. But as far as the outside world, because if you're a Republican or a Democrat, being the president, you have to abide by certain laws and make certain decisions for your life. And even if it affects the poverty, you know what I'm saying, the poor, the people living in poverty more than anything, they gonna make that decision. They not gonna think twice about us. So we need to think twice about us, because they not. So it don't matter if we vote for whoever, if we not trying to uplift each other as a whole, is nothing nobody could do with us. And you absolutely right. Like, as far as politicians, judges, that kind of thing, that kind of stuff on a local level, school superintendents, that's important. But I feel like even if we do that, if the people mindset is not right the way it needs to be, that's not even gonna help us. Like, nobody's not gonna listen to the next politician or the next police officer or anything. Like, it has to be someone in the midst of it. It has to be someone from the struggle.
Jay-Z got a line where Jay-Z says, government, we politic ourselves. Yeah. And I always took that as we have to empower ourselves and empower our community.
Exactly. Like, literally, the people who come from the streets and really have been through some of the toughest, harshest times in life, they don't want anyone, not even their worst enemy, to go through that. You know what I'm saying? So it takes for us to make that little step and that small sacrifice to, you know what I'm saying, make a difference in the world. And it's not hard. I feel like everybody just got to come on the same page. Everybody got to think positive. You know, I had a lot to frown and a lot to cry about. So I try to think positive as much as possible. I try to smile as much as possible, and I try to motivate people.
You talk about that in your music?
Yeah, of course. Like, literally, I love when I go through my comments on Instagram and people say, "Herb, you changed my life when you dropped this song." Like, I was going through some deep shit. Like, my brother died or my grandmother died, and I listened to your music and it got me through it. Literally, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love seeing that. So that's why when I go back on the road and I do when I go on my next tour, I'm gonna start just doing 30-minute moderations to get intimate with my fans.
I thought that was dope when you said that.
You know what I'm saying? I really wanna start doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Give them some shows.
Hell yeah, and doing non-for-profit shit. Really, like, I'm gonna be the one that go and say, "Oh man, this community center was closed. We used to hang at when we was kids. Open this back up." The kids need that. Like 12, 13-year-olds, they don't have nothing to do with their time. They smoking cigarettes, silly shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing is not beneficial to them or their family. Like, still, with me being in the streets, risking my life every day, I still thought about my mama and my little sister and my grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids don't. your mother been taking care of you, loving you all your life, had everything in your life planned out for you, but you want to disrespect her because you think it's cool.
Right.
Because you think it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
You ever sat with the minister?
Yeah, I actually did. And it was
saw a picture with you.
one of the best experiences of my life. Like I gained a lot of jewels, you know what I'm saying? Really just sucking up all the pause, you know what I'm saying? All the energy and really just the knowledge from the, you know what I'm saying, from the minister and everybody that he surround himself with, you know what
Louis
I'm saying?
Farrakhan, by the way.
Yeah, Minister Farrakhan, of course.
Have you been investing money?
I actually haven't started investing money yet because when I do, I want to really be hands-on with it. I don't want to just say, this some money, do this. I want to be hands-on. I want to be right there. I want to see, you know what I'm saying, the difference that's being made.
Absolutely.
I already know the answer to this question because just hearing you talk, but artists do have a responsibility to not perpetuate the negative things that's going on in the hood.
Yeah, of course. Like, I feel like us as artists, we are the voice. The youth look up to us. Mm-hmm. They think it's cool to be in the streets and gangbang because of us. No, it's not cool. We just products of our environment. Everything that happened in our life made us what we are. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's very important to really let that be known as much as possible to the kids. Like, literally, it's kids that I talk to my fans. I'm a humble dude. Like, I give my fans my number and let them FaceTime me. You feel me? Like, literally, I talk to my fans and they say like, oh, man, gang shit. You know what I'm saying? Just really like, and they got straight A's. He played basketball, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling them, like, I really tell them, like, bro, I ain't gonna answer my phone for you. I ain't f***ing with you if you don't listen to your mama and you don't got straight A's. And I literally probably talk to his mama. His mama said, he been listening. He been on top of his shit. You feel me? Like, I literally I ain't f***ing with you. That's not cool, bro. You not me. You don't need to live the life that I live. You go to school. You got everything in your life happening on a positive level. So you don't need to be nowhere near negativity. Like, you don't even need to worry about who f***ing with you in high school, who you cool with. Like, that's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? I learned that as a kid. My dad always used to tell me, like, never pay attention to what the next man say or don't care about who your friend, just be a leader. He told me that early on, and I ain't really understand it as much as I do now. Like, I didn't understand when he said, man, a lot of people that you know and meet in high school and grammar school, you never gonna see again in your life. I used to get upset when he said that because them was some of my closest friends in grammar school.
Truth, though.
But it's the truth. Like, literally, it's so many people that I was cool with and don't remember. I don't even see them anymore, and it's not really me changing or nothing like that. Before I even had a name for myself, it was just, you know, you grow. You grow up. Life. It's part of life. You know what I'm saying? And kids don't understand that. I try to tell my sister as much as possible. What you were saying, bro?
No, I was saying you 21 and you talking like that, and I feel like that's what kids need to hear. Because I saw Lil Wayne in that video that he pull out his rag. I'm a gangbang. I'm committed to this. I'm like, bro, you been rapping for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, why even put that out there? So I like to hear young men like you talk like that because you're the guy that kids are really listening to.
Yeah, right, exactly. And I am what I am. Everybody know I am what I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to parade that. You feel me? Like, and I never, ever say I want to go back and change this about my life or I want to go back and not make this decision. You feel me? Because everything that ever happened in my life made me the man I am today. You know what I'm saying? And even with you being an artist or whatever the case may be, you could be the most ruthless, brutal street in the world, but when you want to be something, you have certain goals to achieve in life, you got to leave that alone, like literally, you know what I'm saying? And I understand that. I don't care who judge me and say, oh, Herb ass soft, he a punk now. I don't care. My mama good, my little sister good, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about the same shit I got to worry about. I can move a certain type of way now because my crib downtown and my mama crib in the suburbs. I don't got to look behind my back going in the house no more. I remember walking in the house with my gun in my hand, out walking in through my mama hallway, all the lights off, the whole hallway door open, and my grandmother, I gotta go to her house every day because I live with my grandmother, but she live in the enemy's neighborhood. People trying to kill me on the same block that my grandmother live on. This is my house. I have to go here every night. So I remember coming from that, you know what I'm saying? Who wants to live like that?
How do these people treat you now, seeing you like on the Freshman XXL cover, seeing you doing your press runs?
Yeah.
Are people happy, like, yes, you made it, supportive?
Yeah, I feel like I got a crazy support system right now. You know, I feel like everybody rooting for me, and that's only because they see like I even when like I just grew this mindset or just gained this mindset recently. Like people know that boy had all the opportunity. He had a song with Nicki Minaj. He was still on 79th with a gun on his waist. You feel me? Like people see that growth. They happy to see that. They don't, you know what I'm saying? When it's genuine, nobody want to see you fail. Nobody want to see you fail when they know you come from failure. You've been failing all your life. So when you winning now, everybody should cheer you on. You know, like literally, it's no bad blood in my body, not a hating bone in my body. I just saw Chance the Rapper and on a billboard in Times Square with like a Kenzo H&M collab. It made me happy. Right. Me and my camera, it made us happy to see that, like, you know, just to see the possibilities of what can come from working hard and really coming from nothing. Because Chance is from Chicago. Mm-hmm. He had the same odds against him as me. Whether we grew up different or not, just being in Chicago, you could be a politician's son, you could be Obama's son and be at the wrong place at the wrong time, you know what I'm saying? So he had the same odds that I had against me, you feel me? So when I see stuff like that, it make me happy. You know, like for example, Famous Dex, he from Chicago, you know, like that guy was in the streets. He lost his mother. He had nothing. And to see him happy, living his life. He from Chicago. Oh, I'm thinking like to see him, Dex. So I fuck with Dex too, RP Dex. Like, you know what I'm saying? That hurt me to see that, you know, but even with Famous Dex from Chicago, like when you come from nothing, and I know you come from nothing, I'm happy to see that.
He got to stop beating up women though. I seen a video of him beating the hell out of
them. I don't know what's with that. I never in my life experienced that, so I can't even speak on it. I never in my life had a situation where I physically touched a girl, you know, so I can't even speak on that, but still, he living his life. People make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? True. You make mistakes in life, but I just like to see him happy. You know, I like to see people genuinely happy, you know what I'm saying?
You mentioned
that come from what I come from.
This is my final question for you. What's Chicago's sound? Because it's so diverse. You got Chance, you got Kanye, you got Jude, and you got the Keiths. Like, what is Chicago's actual sound?
Dreezy.
Yeah, you got Dreezy, you got Vic Mensa, you know what I'm saying? You got a bunch of different sounds and styles. I would say the Chicago style or the sound right now is just, if I could round it in one word, it's just unique, you know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody was riding the whole drill wave for so, you know what I'm saying, so long. It was cool, but they know if everybody the same, what's gonna make us unique? What's gonna be unique about Chicago? Everybody gotta have a different style. And even with the drill movement, I came out really literally rapping about my life. That was all I knew. You know what I'm saying? Some people considered it drill, some people didn't. It was just my life. That's what I knew. I was rapping about the reality of me waking up, leaving out the house. You know what I'm saying? That was all I knew. You get what I'm saying? Like, and really with Chance, he rap about what he knows. Vic Mensa, he raps about what he knows. You know what I'm saying? We never been through the same situations, but he rap about Chicago from his perspective. I rap about Chicago from my perspective, and so on and so forth. Even Dreezy, with her being a girl, she rap about her growing up in Chicago from her perspective. You know what I'm saying? Being a female in Chicago is still different. Girls lose their life in Chicago just for being in the car with the wrong dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, a girl could just meet a dude on Instagram, literally just get in the car with him today, and y'all at the stoplight, and the wrong person pull up on that car, and you get killed. The girl, they don't even hit dude.
So y'all all vibe to each other's music? Because it's like, you know, in New York, it's like, oh, that don't sound like New York, so a New York guy might not listen to it. Like,
I vibe to everybody's music, honestly. Like, me personally, I could say I listen to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I like Vic Mensa, I like Chance, I like Dex, I like Louis, I like Reese. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what mood I'm in. I listen to everybody's music. And I don't even judge. I'm just such a music critic connoisseur. I just want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? You never hear me say, oh, this dude weak as hell, because music's so different now. You know what I'm saying? Just the whole game of hip-hop music, rap, you know what I'm saying? Even when some people don't label certain guys as hip-hop artists or rappers, it's just different, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different ball game now. It's another sound. So I feel like I listen to everybody, Atlanta rappers. Like, I want to hear all the music I can, you know what I'm saying?
Do you have a date for your album yet?
I actually don't have a date, but I'm dropping a EP next week called Strictly for My Fans. You know, something I just put together to really show a token of my appreciation for the fans, because I haven't dropped in over a year. And then I got a project coming with Southside, a album we gonna drop, and my debut album, Humble Beast. I don't really have a date because I have so much that I'm working on, and it's all about timing. I don't want to put out a date right now because I may make a decision tomorrow that may make real sense to me, and I'm saying, no, I'm gonna listen to this decision.
Why a whole year though without putting out anything?
It really wasn't even intentional. It was me, you know what I'm saying? I have over 150 songs recorded. I know that for sure, you know. So I've been dropping singles and videos and stuff like that in the meantime. But it's all about timing with me, you know, like literally, I want to be remembered. I want to be legendary. I don't want to just say, oh, I'm going to drop this music. I don't want nobody to say, Herb dropped this music. That shit, all right. He ain't put his time into that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't the Herb I know, you feel me? So I think about that. And that's really why I plan and strategize about dropping music, because not only am I 100% focused on what I do in the studio, I'm focused on my merch and how I'm going to market myself and what cities I'm going to go hit and what production I'm going to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, with this, when I drop this new EP strictly for my fans, it's not going to be the same production if you book me for a show after I drop the Southside project. It's not going to be the same production if you book me for a show after I drop Humble Beast, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to progress, you know what I'm saying, and get better and gain on top of me working the way I'm working, you know? So it's just about timing with me. Like, I could drop right now, you feel me? But I don't feel like...
You want to set it up properly.
I want to set it up properly, and I want it to really mean something. Like, literally, I want to go down and be somebody remember. I want to touch people through my music and be legendary, like, you know what I'm saying, like the people that I look up to.
We appreciate you joining us.
G Herbo.
G Herbo.
Yeah, man.
Thank
you know,
coming through.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been looking forward to the Breakfast Club since day one, man, day zero, you know. So me being here, I'm just humble, you know, like.
That's because you was 15 when we started, when you think about it.
Yeah.
We old.
This could have happened a while ago, because people did really ask for you since you were little.
They've been asking.
I felt timing is everything. Right. It's perfect timing.
When I seen you perform in Jersey, when I seen you come out to Jersey, I was surprised. Like, I haven't seen Jersey that packed in a long time. I mean, wall
I love Jersey, bro.
It was crazy. My
first time in Jersey, it was like 200 girls in my hotel lobby, like literally, like 200 females. Almost.
How many
tripping.
condoms?
They tried to put us out. If it was 200 females, it might have been. It was probably about 50 condoms.
Good ratio.
About 50 condoms.
There you have it. It's G Herbo. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in.